tell you, oh my gosh.
You're good. And we're live.
And we're live. Hair sticking out. Yeah, this happened two houses, one that I'm living in and one that I'm using for a little while to do all of my Amazon business out of is getting kind of ridiculous. So
Oh, it'll be
that's
all worth it.
yeah, it's they're moving me my business. I don't move anything myself. They're moving me this weekend, I think. So I'm trying to get everything out now, and I've got bundles. I've got bundles to ship out, lots of bundles. So, and they won't get there for Christmas probably. I mean, some of them might for like the close
The
ones,
close
but
one.
they're not Christmas specific. So they'll be good for all winter. All winter. They're like that kind of bundle that just, to me, it just, if they sell in the summer, I'll be surprised.
It'll be
But
awesome.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's kind of like the back to school bundles that I'm like going, oh, those are selling? Wow, cool.
Isn't that
Speaking of,
awesome? Yeah. Yeah. So are before you get into this, because I know you're going to talk about the new course, but here's the thought I had today. And it's related to bundles, because people are in Facebook groups. I'm in several Facebook groups, and I've seen this across the board that people are starting to get messages, and I just got one today from a customer about a toy I'm selling, and why am I selling it for such a high price when they could, if it was in stock, they could buy it at Target or Toys R Us for this price. Okay, did you hear what they said? If it was in stock, hello. So, but you never get those questions if on a bundle. Never get that. You never have to justify your price on a bundle. It just is what it is. They can't. They're not going to find that bundle anyplace else. They're not going to walk into Target and find that bundle unless they stand there and say, "Well, I could buy one of these, and I could buy one of these, and I could buy one of these, and that's how much it should cost."
right.
No, hello. We do all the shopping for you.
Speaking of
So,
I'm actually Eleanor Pryor, and this is Debra Conrad. And we went on a little tangent way before. We were just like, oh, we're just super excited because this is the best time to be selling on Amazon, and it's Q4, and bundles are amazing. Bundles set you apart from the rest of the competition, and it's going to be so much fun, and that's what we're talking about, because Debra is the bundling queen, and she has put together a mastermind called
yes,
Spring
it's a
Bundle
mastermind.
Mastermind Coaching Group, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So tell me why, and everybody that's watching this live or the replay, why you put this course or this mastermind group together.
Okay, so this recording that Eleanor's doing right now is on what, December 16th? I'm looking here. 16th.
Yes, it is the 16th.
Right. 16th. So we're all very excited because we're checking our sales and we're checking our orders, and it's like pop, pop, pop orders. And then now what's going to happen in another week or two is you're going to be back to, our regularly scheduled program, the stuff that always just happens every year. We get this euphoria, this high, it's awesome, but we can't be on this roller coaster all year long. I'm too tired. Anyway, but what are we going to sell? And we also all suffered through, I included, because this time of year I get into the toy game, and then you suffer through the everybody else is selling the same toy, and they're all racing to the bottom. And what happened with bundles? Now, some bundles that I know Eleanor and I sold on had competition. They were not unique bundles of our own. So they had the same kind of problems. You could go into the store and you could buy one of these and put it together and make a bundle, or 3 things or 5 things or whatever. And yet other people could go to all those stores and buy them. And so we suffered through the same, although they were amazing because they were usually small things that you made a few dollars if you sold it just one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you sold the 3-pack of a bundle, then you made, when it sold, you were making like $10 or $12 or more. So It was worth it to slip those in a bag and sell those. But during the holidays, I go through and I do my own repricing. I don't have a repricer. I do my own repricing. I know Eleanor does her own repricing. And when you come past things, when you're scrolling through, the things that always have the green check mark, you're always in the buy box, are those things that only you sell. You just scroll right past them. You never have to worry about repricing or competition because they're yours. Now, you can do that all year long. So you can buy things that are easy to find. And that's, in my basic bundles course, that's what I teach, right? That you can find things like we sold this year, that where you can find one thing and put it together and make a bundle, and you won't have as much competition. You'll still might have competition, but not as much. And generally, if people have a brain, they'll keep the price at, profitable.
Yeah.
Right? But what I wanted to teach was that in my advanced portion of that course was doing something a little bit different. So I go through extensively talking about how to do something that's a little bit different so that you're the only seller, and like I said, then you never have to worry about your pricing. The customer is finding value in that price. They're not going to be able to go to a store and say, well, I can buy it at Target for this much. That's just not going to happen. So you're kind of eliminating a lot of different factors there. Right. So right now, this time of year, we're all wondering what's next, because we all know that going back to your regular replenishables is, of course, advised. And I'm making sure that all of my regular old stock, the stuff I sell all year long, is in stock. I kind of missed that last year. I got too caught up in Christmas, and this year I made a plan, and I got, so most everything is in stock. So right after the holidays, those things will still be selling. But we're coming up on new holidays. And I just talked to a friend of mine who said he found Valentine chocolate in the stores, and he shipped them in already. So he's going to be first to market selling Valentine's chocolate this year. Not first, but, first-ish, right, of certain kinds of Valentine's chocolate. And I was like, how brilliant is that? It's the middle of December. So he's still buying it full price, but people, that's the key, buying it full price, sell it really early, sell out, then wait, goes on clearance, then you buy more, and you can sell it again. It's that middle of the road. Once everybody gets into January and they're like, oh, I should be selling Valentine candy, you've got a lot of other people that have already, been there. So first to market. So I'm buying Valentine's, not candy. I don't just do candy. There's a lot of people that just go into the stores, like I just said, and go in and just buy candy. And I'm really not a big one because I know there's going to be a lot of competition. I would rather buy things that I can buy from home online and buy 12, 24, 36 of this and this and this and put them together as a gift or something to use in the classroom for Valentine's Day, some different ways of looking at this market. And we also are selling unique things that are going to be, it's a short time span. Once that gets to be in there and starts selling, and some other competitor says, well, I could maybe find those, and they go out and they find all of them, and they wait for them to get shipped to them, and then they bundle them, and then they send them to Amazon. Too late, I'm done. Valentine's already here. So, and I'm already on to Easter and Mother's Day and Father's Day and 4th of July, and I'm trying to get everybody to work kind of through that system early. Now, in the Facebook group, because it's already, this mastermind course has already started, in the Facebook group, we just started talking about an idea that I had last night for a specific kind of bundle that will sell all year long. So we're not really, because I can't shut up about talking about bundles, we're not really going to stay focused just on Valentine's, Mother's Day, or whatever. I can see that already, that I'll be talking about a little bit more of a generic thing. So the Facebook group is open. All of the training that's going to be happening up until now is done in the download page. So there's lots of training that I went through. There's a couple things that I'll probably end up redoing once we get into the group and I see more questions that I should have answered for everybody. I'm starting to ask questions in the mastermind that I want people to answer. And I'm trying to get the word out that the mastermind closes at the end of this week. So we only have 200 slots. We have 50 filled already. If I don't fill 200, I may just close it anyway because the live training starts on Saturday. So Ellen and I and hopefully one other person are going to be doing the first live Q&A coaching call where I will talk specifically about Valentine's Day, and then I'll take everybody's questions, as many as I can handle. I can see there's lots and lots of questions. So there's some very experienced sellers that are in this group already, and I mean sell dollar volume way more than I do. They can't get a clue on how to do bundles. So that's why they joined this group. And then there's some newbie sellers that just started September of this year. So anything else? Anything else? What did I miss?
A real quick recap. So we all know that the benefits of using bundles in our business to sell sets us apart. We don't have to share the buy box, and it's amazing. Now, there's different times of year, like, back to school bundles, like I mentioned, that even mine are selling still right now. I just sold out of one that I thought, oh, I totally bombed on this one, and then it sold out just this week completely. Like four of them just was gone. So
somebody's people are giving those as Christmas gifts, right?
Yeah, so it's like it didn't necessarily just stay in that category for going back to school, which is going to be what I'm really looking forward to, is because people need gifts all year round, or bundles can be used any time of year. Like I did a makeup bundle with like a foundation and a powder, and I wasn't paying attention and it sold out, so I need to get some more in there, and I have no competition on the listing.
That's your replenishable bundle, which I have that's what I teach in the basic course, is replens in bundles, and you're the only seller, and that's an unbelievably awesome way. No, the rank is never going to be like 1,000, right? But they just sell. They may not sell like this, but they just sell like this, and you never have to reprice. You're always making your profit, and you always know where to get those things and what you have to pay for them to make that profit. And so there you go. That's why people like to go and think about doing bundles with clearance. And I discourage you from doing that. And I mean, it's okay if that's what you're willing to say. I'm going to make a product page. I'm going to take the pictures. I'm going to do all this stuff and put them all together. It's a one-time thing. I would rather see you spend your same amount of time on creating one that you can sell all year after year. And some of them, mine are, going into their second year. So I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I just have to do new ones. Now, I will never say that bundles will eliminate your need to have any other inventory, right? You know that. Yeah.
It's just another stream within those multiple little strings of income. That's right. That we love.
That's right. And we've definitely have some really good questions so far that I'll be addressing this weekend. And so I cannot believe I started talking about this several months ago, and then it just, the holiday season caught up with me, and I really had to put all the finishing touches on it and then open it up for sale. And I can't believe it's here. It is time. I'm buying Valentine's Day. I was online again yesterday, and I was actually buying Mother's Day, something for Mother's Day. Now, I'm not going to it's not going to be something that I'm going to send in right away because I don't need to, but I could see that the opportunity was right there. I didn't want to lose the momentum for that idea. So I'm talking about that kind of idea and momentum. And if we want to keep sales going very well over all of the holidays, people who
All
did
year
back to school,
long.
I didn't do back to school. I've never done a back to school. I'm looking forward to learning how to do a back to school bundle. I don't get, because I don't have kids, so I don't always get it. And so you kind of do what you know. But I think that's fabulous. I think that's fabulous that Eleanor has picked up on bundles in so many ways, in toys
Oh yeah.
and in cosmetics and all of these things. Let me not forget that my goal is to make sure that anybody who joins this group, that we help them figure out how to get approved for groceries,
Health and
health and beauty,
personal
health and
and
personal,
beauty.
and beauty. That's
Yeah.
my goal because, um, don't worry about getting approved for clothing or any of those other ones until you have those, because some of us were grandfathered in. So I often slip up and I start talking about, because a lot of my bundles that are gift bundles have food in them. So I want to make sure, and it's not like it's a pretty fast process once you know how. So everybody's kind of helping everybody else get approved for that in there, and that's one of the powerful things that I didn't even think of when I thought of this group, that all of a sudden came up, that everybody needs to be approved for those categories. Let's help everybody out. So
Yeah,
it's a
I was
mastermind.
very fortunate.
It's going to be a very small group. The total maximum will be 200 people. It could be less than that. So I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Having way too much fun already in there. So I'm in the Facebook group to answer questions once or twice a day, and I ask questions to try to kind of get your brain going in the right way. Plus, there's lots and lots of material for you to go through. And like I said, we'll be having our first live Q&A call this Saturday afternoon.
Right. And really quick, I'm going to just kind of show you guys the sales page. I've already started sharing the screen. If you're, and I am yeah, just a couple weeks ago marked my 1-year anniversary of selling on Amazon. And last year I was kind of like a deer in the headlights. I didn't know what to do after Q4, and I'd
Oh my
only been selling
gosh.
for a month. So if you were like I was back then, and you're asking what's next, Q4 is almost over. Well, this is going to be an amazing mastermind to be part of, because then, like Debra said, not only do you have like beginning sellers like myself, but then there's also experienced sellers that have not quite wrapped their minds around bundles. So you'll definitely want to join us. And products where you are the only seller on Amazon, products that you never have to worry about repricing, and products that are always profitable. And there is also a code. Is the code still good?
Yes.
Okay, so it's spring70, and what you're going to want to do is go to eleanorloves.com/spring. We know I don't know how to spell love, so it's LUVS, and just use that coupon, and it's $70 off of that, and then you get into the mastermind.
And
And
it's 4 months. It's 4 months, so, and not including December. So it's actually 4.5 months, because it'll go clear through the end of April.
see, and so this is actually kind of cool, because you are, it's almost, how do I want to say this? You're actually getting access, not just to Debra, but also other sellers that are in there that are more experienced than some of us, and you're like getting a coach. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
There's
to answer
one.
your
There's
question,
one member in there that's a $500,000 seller,
oh
and
wow,
yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah. We don't have a. I don't think we have a $1 million seller yet, but she's about a $500,000 seller. So, yeah, that's a nice for me, because all of these different people are coming from different
Aaron.
aspects of selling, and everyone that I could see that's come in so far, I know them from other Facebook groups, and they're super helpful and super nice, and they're not just there for themselves. They're there to learn from everybody and to share what they know. We're trying to keep it as specifically focused to bundles as we can, and that's important because it'll get too rambling. So you know what you know about the other things. Let's learn about bundles.
Right. And now the other question that I have, just to clarify too, is if they haven't gotten your basic bundle course, they would actually also need to grab that too, right?
If they want to, right.
Right.
It's not absolutely necessary, but I'll be referring to it. So
Okay.
do you have a link for that?
Yes, that one is eleanorloves.com/bundles. And I'll have all that information under the Hangout and in the blog post and everywhere else that I syndicate this little video, because I like to.
So it's Eleanor Loves
.com/spring for the mastermind.
right, and bundles with an S
Uh-huh.
for the bundling, for the original bundling
course.
guide,
Mm-hmm.
which is a big course, been very popular, been very well received. But I think that having a little bit of somebody helping you, guide you right or wrong direction, don't let's go this way or that way. Plus, I'm learning from other people too. I'm always wanting to learn. So.
And then the last thing that I would like to say about the bundles is, okay, so everybody, and I'm not bashing and I'm not whatever, but look, not everybody has $4,000 to go learn how to do private labeling or whatever other private labeling courses are out there. But when you take bundling,
This is as close to private labeling as you can get without having to do private labeling. Yes, exactly. When you start creating bundles with some of the key ingredients that I start teaching in here, you are as close to private labeling without having to do private labeling. And it kind of gets your feet wet on learning what that process is and the thought process and the knowledge that you're going to need if you decide you want to go into private labeling before you spend $4,000 or $5,000.
Right.
Because there's going to be some private labeling courses that are coming out that are very reasonably priced, but you've got to spend $4,000 or $5,000 for the inventory, and the stuff I'm talking about is not close to that. You can. Right. You can, done it, spent a lot of money on inventory, but you can also start out very small and work your way up into it and get your feet wet and start learning how to at least have some merchandise, some products that you're starting to get into Amazon that you're not having to play the games, that they're yours.
Exactly. Yeah. And enjoy it, and it's so much fun.
And that's fun too. That's what I like, is that actually making bundles. If you don't get too crazy, and you don't get, which there's some things I've done that have made it a bad idea, and I've of course shared that a jillion times, and we'll share it again, and learning from my experiences, so that they're always fun, and that you're not saying, oh my gosh, this is just horrendous. This was the stupidest idea. No, I'm going to try to steer you away into the ones that you say, brilliant. Brilliant idea. I'm making money now.
And those are the best kind. So,
that's right.
So make sure that you come and join us. I'm an admin in there. And so any other questions and all that good fun stuff.
You're going to see Eleanor a lot in there.
Yeah. Uh-oh. But yes, I seem to be getting everywhere I possibly can lately.
That's right.
But, cool. All right. So. All right. Make sure, come hang out with me and Deborah. It'll be fun. See, we have lots of fun. So
bye.
See you in the afternoon. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.